Hello, we are going to show you how to make tea and infusions, long infusions from loose herbs, because a lot of people buy tea that's already bagged, and that's great and fine too, because we sell it already bagged and ready to go into your mug. But sometimes you want to buy loose tea instead of using those little tea balls that, you know, are hard to stuff the herbs in. I'm going to show you a few ways to do it without that.
Some interesting ways.
Some interesting ways, exactly. So the first way I'm going to show you is with a French press. So I usually just eyeball my herbs when I make tea. In the French press, I'm going to make...
What's in there? What's in that?
some nettle.
Let me see it.
Some nice
nettle.
Nettle is awesome. Has lots of iron in it.
Are you using a recipe?
Nope, I usually eyeball it. Put it in the French press. Kind of like you do with coffee. So I'm going to put some nettle. And then I will put some dandelion leaf. And this is basically...
Looks like your kettle is starting to sing.
Yeah. This is our detox tea.
What's that you're putting in?
This is dandelion leaf, and then we have nettle. And then with the French press, you're gonna pour the water in over your herbs. There we go. Fill it up.
Wow, that's nice.
Okay. And then I let this steep for about, myself, I let this steep about 10 minutes. If you want a deep infusion, then you steep this for about 4 hours or even overnight. But if you want to drink it right away as a tea, you're going to let it steep about 10 minutes or so. So let it steep, and then when you're ready, you're going to press this down, and it'll bring all the herbs down, and it's strained for you, and you just pour it right into your cup. I'll show you that in a minute. I'll put this aside. My next way of making loose tea is the way my grandmother used to make it, with a Pyrex cup. She used to make coffee this way too.
Does it have to be Pyrex, or can you use any kind of cup?
Well, a glass measuring cup. So in this one I will make little nettle. I think I put nettle in every tea that I make. Put in some rose.
Nettle tastes like lawn clippings, but it's good, right?
It's really good for you. It's worth it. Tastes really green.
Well, if you put honey in it, it tastes worse.
What?
If you put honey in it, it tastes bad.
Oh, really?
I like it just
What are you supposed to
without
do?
any
Just
sweetener.
drink it
Yeah,
straight.
straight up.
Some hibiscus flowers in there. That'll make it nice and
Okay.
pink, and it has a lot of vitamin C. And then you just pour the water over your herbs. Like
Did you use
so.
an amount, or did you just eyeball
I
it?
just eyeball it. There are many recipes you could go, and it's usually 1 teaspoon to 1 cup of boiling water. But I like to add a little more herbs,
Yeah.
and I like to let it steep a little longer.
This way you can control what kind of tea you make. You don't have to buy those little bags, and you're limited,
But for
right?
this way, you need a
Exactly.
strainer,
This you can-
right?
Yes, so this way we
This-
put a little
You can
plate
be a
on
tea.
top and let it steep for about 5 to 10 minutes.
It's kind of like being a tea mad scientist.
Yeah, and so we'll let that steep, and we'll show you how to strain that after.
Okay.
And then here's another way I'm going
This is
to
the way I
show
like.
you how to make a long infusion. A long infusion is different
Oh, wait, no.
from tea. So a long infusion is you want the herbs to sit in the water for at least 4 hours.
Oh.
4 hours to 24 hours. You can make this at night before bed and have it for yourself the next day. So you put, I'm using nettle because I'm always making nettle infusions. You could use oat straw, you could use red clover, you could use red raspberry leaf.
So this is what's this called?
This is nettle,
Long
a
infusion?
long infusion.
It's long because it goes a long time.
Yes. Running out of water, but
But it doesn't
usually
matter.
fill it up to the top with water.
But it doesn't have to be hot for the long infusion, does it?
Yes, it does.
Oh.
It has to be very hot, boiling hot. Fill it up, put the top on it. Be careful because it's hot. And let this sit for 4 hours to 24 hours and put it on the counter.
Okay.
And you're ready to drink that in 4 hours or 24 hours.
Okay.
Now Dimitri's gonna make the method of tea.
This is the one I like.
This is the one that Fott came up with.
Who?
Fotty.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You. Okay.
So I already filled this up with water.
Why'd you do that?
So
Why'd you fill it up with water?
for the tea,
Oh, okay.
so I drink it.
Okay.
And I have a coffee strainer,
Oh, that's cool.
and then I put,
This seems very efficient.
I'm gonna put herbs in there for
What
the
kind
tea.
of herbs?
This is rose.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna make rose green. Try that. This is kind of a small coffee pot, so we don't really need that much.
You see this
herbs.
coffee pot? Turn it around so I can see the people can see this little. Oh, it's just a regular Mr. Coffee
Yeah.
or whatever. It could be any kind.
And then we're gonna add some green.
So instead of making coffee, you're doing this.
Yeah.
Seems pretty good.
I would personally keep your tea making coffee pot separate from your coffee pot because you don't want to mix the two. You don't want your coffee tasting like tea, and
Or
you
your-
don't want your tea tasting like coffee.
Yeah.
So we keep a separate pot for
Yeah.
coffee,
Right.
and this is for our tea.
So now I'm gonna close this up. I just use a string
That's just a
Okay,
coffee
sure.
filter,
and
a
just
cotton string.
tie it so it doesn't, all the herbs don't come out.
This is good. This is
Tight.
good.
And then I double tie it. Okay, and then we need scissors to trim the rest off.
It's in the top drawer.
Just use your teeth.
Now I'm gonna just put this
What'd you put in that tea bag?
rose and green.
And green. Okay. What kind of green is it? It's like a.
It's gunpowder green.
Oh.
Now I'm just gonna put this in.
Just drop it in.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And then you just brew it like
That's a
you
good
would
idea.
coffee.
Yeah.
And that's it.
You gotta plug it in first before you do that.
And you can continue. You can make tea. Then it makes a pot. Then you can add more water.
Yeah.
Keep it going. So that
Yeah.
goes a long way. That one
Yeah.
bag makes about 30 cups.
Yeah, it'd probably make
3 times
four potfuls
yeah, probably.
of tea doing it.
before it
this
starts to
way.
get too weak.
Yes, exactly.
And you
You
get What?
You don't want it too strong either, so you gotta keep an eye on it.
Right.
For sure.
Well, you know the trick. What's that other trick we do? We keep this heated up, hot water in that, and then if you get it and it's too strong, you just add a little bit of water.
So now I'm going to show you how to strain the tea in the cup. You need one of these handy dandy strainers.
Okay.
You put this over your cup.
It's rose and nettle, right?
And hibiscus.
What
That
way?
beautiful color.
Well, that's another nice way.
And then you could just take the herbs, put it back in there.
And you can add more water to that.
Add
or-
more water,
Yeah,
make more tea.
yeah that's pretty.
What about
And
me?
you have
That looks
beautiful
good.
I
tea.
need some.
Yeah. What about?
My cup's
This
empty.
is
Self-serve.
yours. And
So-
I will make myself some detox here.
Oh, you each get a different.
So I'm gonna have
Your own
detox. This is
personal.
ready. The French press is wonderful because you can make just your regular loose tea in here, or you can make a medicinal blend of tea that you would like to make that you only want a small
Does your
amount
dog
of.
drink tea?
No.
Yes, actually Hugo loves tea. He
Well,
likes
if
the
there's honey
part.
in
Yeah, he likes honey.
And you can see there's no leaves in the tea, and it's ready to go. And this is nettle and dandelion leaf. It's a great
Smells
detox
great.
tea.
Smells like a lawn.
And that's it. There are a few ways to make loose tea or a long infusion. And our family drinks a lot of tea, so we love this coffee pot method because everybody's grabbing a cup of tea.
It's always green, usually green, and then these you make
Green
specialty
with
items.
rose, and this is great for medicinal purposes with tea. Of course, bag is great if you want to just do it quickly, or
And
you're working in an office and you want to grab tea. And we sell that online, moongardenherbals.com. And you can find us every Sunday at the Spa City Farmers Market in Saratoga Springs. And that's it, right? We're gonna have our tea?
Yeah. I need honey first.
All right, we'll get honey, but
Well, first,
cheers.
I need honey.
you don't get it, no, you gotta drink
It's
it like
so
that.
good.
You get the real flavor that way.
It's so good. The long flavor and all.
Yeah. Drink it.
No.
You need honey?
Yeah.
Okay, well, next time.
Bye, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And any questions, comments, feel free to ask below.
Very good.
Bye.